think, think, and think. Think of what? You are at your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell your mom, I was waiting for her to join the session on Mondays, a group session. So, simple questions. Do you feel problems are created in your life by the world outside or by your mind? Do you feel problems like sadness, anxiety, upset, overwhelmed, and disturbed sleep created by the world outside or by your mind?
Um,
If yes,
both.
you have to give, yeah, both. So so let me know if you say the word creates a problem for you in your life, you said yes. How?
By
Just think. The more you think, the clarity will come, and that's where we are moving. I am outside you? Yes. So how I can create problem for you? Your siblings, your mom, your dad, your friends, situation, event outside, they are the part of the world. So now you said, first we are understanding the problems created by the world outside. How? Give me a couple of examples. And if no, how? So, if you have to think in this way that if any situation or any person causes the problem for me, it means he or she has a remote control for my sadness, for my upset, for so they can create the problem anytime. And who feels the problem? The mind, right?
yeah.
And if the world creates a problem, then there is no remedy, there is no solution. Because my mind feels the problem. My mind feels sadness. But if I'm not influenced by anyone, if my mind is not influenced by anyone in the world, then there is no problem. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Why you feel sad about your dad and mom? Why don't you feel sad about me? I'm also a human being. Tell me. We are understanding that how we feel that the problems are created by the world. You are not attached to me, you are attached to your mom and dad. So if something happens to your mom and dad or siblings, then the mind says there is a problem, and you are not attached to me. Anything may happen to me, you are not worried. Say yes or no.
Yes.
See, think. So the problems are not created by the world. Problems are created, problems are experienced when we are attached, when we are expecting, when we are desiring, when we are demanding. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are attached to your dad, mom, siblings, friends, relations, and if something happens to them, or you start thinking about them, and then you feel sad because you are attached to them. So we have to see that is attachment good or bad?
Bad.
Bad.
Bad?
But
But
also
also
good
good
and
and
bad
bad
because
because
Yeah. Go
you
ahead.
you
could
could
be
be
attached
attached
to
to
things
things
that
that
benefit
benefit
you,
you,
like
like
Like?
um uh,
uh,
Like.
um
um
Yeah.
doing
doing
Good.
activities
activities
or
or
doing
doing
or
or
learning
learning
or
or
doing
doing.
Yeah. Yeah. You see that there is one aspect here. Attachment means that I depend on the person or a thing, an activity. And I love doing the things. I love learning. Love is emotional freedom. Attachment is emotional dependence. So if we are emotionally free of learning, of doing all our activities, it helps us to learn faster and still we are not attached. So, attachment means that I expect from a situation, this situation should be good. Let us learn a little deeper. One thing is clear, keep in your mind that as long as we are attached to this world, we depend on them. When we depend on them, our peace and happiness is dictated by the outer situation, people, things, relations. And if it depends on the outer situation, people, and the things, not any person can give you happiness all the time, including your dad and mom. Am I clear?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are thinking, the more you participate, I appreciate that you have started thinking how to start the journey to the peace and happiness. First is the right knowledge, second is the desire, that is right desire, and third is the right action. You go to the store, you are with your dad and the mom, and you say, buy me this, and now you are emotionally attached to an item that you want to buy. Mom says no, and then you are upset. That is attachment. Mom says no, and you say, thank you, mom, it's okay. That is your way. You come back and you check your mind, that mind, why you are seeking that? Is there is a utility of that? And you see that there is no utility, your sadness goes away. You see the utility, then you go back to your mom and dad, and then you explain to them that why you want to buy, but you are not sad. You are not upset. You are not frustrated. What you did? By thinking, you refuse to be miserable. Why you refuse to be miserable? Because you are not attached. In attachment, you see only what you like. You don't see what is right and good. At this age, at such a young age, you are learning the higher principles to make your life better and better. At this age, I wonder what is going to happen down the road in 10 years. You'll be one of the most wonderful person who will pursue the life in peace and happiness. That is my intention. That is my goal. And I told you that any time you can talk to me. So what we are learning, if the right knowledge is there, then we have a right desire. And then we have a right activity. You were just telling me that we are attached. No, we are not attached to activities. We love doing the things because it is right. You got it?
Yeah.
So always, how to get rid of that attachment? Just think three words: right knowledge, right desire, right action. But how it happens? How it happens? Because if I do not think and I simply act, there are two ways of activities. You act, you do your activities without thinking, and you think first, make it sure that it is right, and then you act. Which option is better?
Think.
I should
Isn't
think
it?
first. So when I think first, I get the right knowledge. By the thought, I get the right knowledge. Am I boring you?
No?
Oh, very good. I normally do not bore anyone. So, so, so first I should think. Think means now again we are coming to the thinking. We have a wrong thinking and we have a right thinking. Thoughts are thoughts. But if I have a wrong thinking, it will result into wrong desire, it will lead into the wrong activity, and then I will be, what will happen? It leads to the confusion, conflict, and racing of the thoughts. It leads to anxiety, fear, duality, stress, and suffering. Anytime, anytime, anywhere, in any situation, with anyone, if your mind is confused, has a conflict, it is wrong thinking. Tell me, anytime, anywhere, in any location, with anyone. If The mind is confused, racing thoughts, then it is wrong thinking. How can I say? You have to ask me. You have to fire me. Millions of questions. You should be very clear. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. You wake up in the morning, you went to the restroom, that is one activity. Did that activity cause any problem?
No.
You take your breakfast, does it cause any problem?
No.
So you see that. You take a shower, does it cause any problem?
No.
Why? Why you are always asking why? You see that going to restroom, taking a shower and what? Taking a shower, eating your breakfast does not cause any problem, does not cause racing of thoughts. Why? Because you are aware of that activity and you perform that activity, and there is no need to think again and again. Thoughts are not there. You perform the activity, you finished it, mind is calm. It's a right thinking. So, in right thinking, you think, you have a right desire, and you have a right action. There is no problem at all. Again, I'm repeating. Any time, anywhere, in any location, if the mind keeps on thinking, it has a racing thought, it is a wrong thinking. I have to become aware and I have to restart the thinking. Let me think rightly, find out the right desire, and finished. You go to the mall with your mom, you want a dress, mom said no. Then your mind starts racing. Why mom did not buy this? I'm upset. Then you have a big face, you return home and keep the big face curl for a couple of hours, and the mind keeps on thinking. Did it happen? Yes, it happened. That's the wrong thinking. Do you see that? So we have, what are the two options? We cannot live without thought. The human being cannot live without thinking. But if the thinking is causing the confusion and the conflict, it will result into fear, duality, stress, lot of problems. But if you are thinking rightly, so you see one point. You said attachment. So when you keep on thinking, conflict is there. In conflict, racing thought, what happens? The mind is attached. We will start writing that also. I will make you write from the next week. So now, did you understand? If the conflict and confusion is there, the mind is definitely attached. I went to the restroom, and then you come back again and you're sitting. Oh, did I go to the restroom? No, I have to go there. Oh, did I go there? Did I not go there? No, no, lot of thoughts. It's a conflict and confusion, but there is no conflict and confusion in that. In conflict, confusion, we have a sense of attachment. That is the way to recognize And once this conflict and confusion continues, it results into anxiety, sadness, duality, conflict, reaction, anger, hesitation, fear. Right thinking, no confusion. Clear?
Yes.
So now we have to answer a question, why we have an attachment. Thought causes the attachment. So why a particular thought causes the attachment and why a thought does not cause? Are you attached to the restroom? No. Are you attached to eating a breakfast? No. Are you attached to a particular dress? Or no. Am I right?
Yes.
So answer me, why why what causes attachment? You have to think. So that's why I'm asking a question that you answer. Don't worry. Don't enter into a conflict. Don't wait. Start talking to me. What causes the attachment? I have
The
answered
mind.
you. Yes, our mind. But what is that in the mind that causes the attachment? You're not attached to your kitchen, you're not attached to your restroom, you're not attached to. So it does not. What causes the attachment in the mind?
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
When I have a thoughts of likes and dislikes, when I have a thoughts of likes and dislikes, it causes the attachment. And the moment you have an attachment, it results either into some fear, fight, flight, sadness, anger, hesitation. What should I do? I should be alert. I should be alert. I should start thinking rightly. Check which option the mind is applying. Is it applying the wrong thinking or is it applying the right thinking? So, our master says that when the mind is seeking happiness, so why we have, so we found out why attachment in the mind. Why attachment in the mind? It is because of likes and dislikes. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Because of likes and dislikes. And now, sorry. So now we have to find out from where the likes and dislike comes into the mind. It may take a couple of weeks. Once you are clear about it, you will see that, oh, it makes me, it is a play and a fun to get rid of this sadness and anxiety. From where the likes and dislikes?
The mind.
Yes, likes and dislikes are definitely in the mind, but when it comes from the world, it comes from the world outside. If the world is not there, there is no likes and dislikes. In the world we have objects, we have people, we have place, we have situation. They are present in the world. So the mind goes with likes and dislikes, and then likes and dislikes, then attachment, and then attachment, then emotional dependence, and once we have an emotional dependence, causes fear, sadness, duality, and conflict. So we move to the wrong thinking, and when we have a wrong thinking, mind keeps on racing. Mind is racing due to conflict and confusion. My master used to say that the mind is the problem when it is seeking happiness outside. Mind is the solution when it is seeking happiness within us. Now see what happens. Close your eyes. The moment I gave the instruction, you should also repeat in your mind mentally. I said, close your eyes. You also say to yourself, you become a teacher, you become a student to yourself. I said, close your eyes. Make your body comfortable. You also say to yourself and check if the body is comfortable. So what we are doing that you consciously think. Why you think? You already told me that first I have to think before I desire and act. So just whatever I say to you in terms of instructions, you say it first and then realize into action, into practice. Move the mind on the neck joint. You say to yourself, move the mind on the neck joint. Then check if the mind is there on the neck joint and you are feeling. You're young, so the younger can grasp it easily. They have a fast learning ability because they do not have many thoughts in their mind. Now check it again. What I said, move the mind on the neck joint, you say to yourself, and now feel the neck joint. You say, and then just check, do you have a feeling of the neck joint? And then you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Sensation, comfort, and steadiness. You see, we are bringing the thought, right thinking, and the right thinking contains the right knowledge, and we are practicing. This is an activity, but what we are practicing, we want to relax and calm. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. You say to yourself, move the mind on the shoulder joints. Then check, do you feel the shoulder joints? You say to yourself and feel. So if you have a feeling, then experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And just check, do you feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness, my young friend? Just feel that. But if anything happens, if there is an unease, you have to notice that unease. Why there is an unease? I told you. The mind is racing, it has a wrong thinking, it is seeking something outside. What it is seeking, the peace and happiness and calmness outside, it is not possible. So you have a clarity, you have a right knowledge, and that is going to help you a great deal in getting rid of the sadness, duality, conflict, etc. So this even though the steps are the same, but in this way, when you are consciously thinking, one part of the mind is a teacher, the other part of the mind is doing the practice. It will go a long way in your life. So now they use the same instruction. Move the mind on all the joints of the body. You say to yourself, then feel all the joints, you say, and then start moving the mind on the neck joint, shoulder joint, uh, knees, ankles, toes, fingers, and just you move the mind. You saying, speaking to yourself. The moment you say neck joint, check the mind is on the neck joint, knee joints, mind is there. You have a feeling. That is the right way that you think and you consciously feel and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now, being carefree. So you say to yourself mentally, carefree means free from all the cares of the mind. And then think how the mind cares by thoughts. Okay, so thoughts are coming, unwanted, unwelcome, uninvited thought, they can enter into the mind. What should we do? We don't have any likes and dislikes for any thought, good, bad, high, low, at this time. So you tell your mind, whatever the thought is coming, I don't have any likes and dislikes for any thought, feeling, and images. You say to yourself, and then watch. Thought is coming, good. Thought is going out, good. You're not, you don't have any likes and dislikes for any thought at this moment. We are doing a practice. Thought is coming, thought is going. You understand that. You're consciously thinking, oh, let the thought come and go. And then you are watching a thought and it is going away. So, what we discussed today, that wrong thinking comes because of attachment because of the likes and dislikes, likes and dislikes because the mind is moving, running in the world outside for peace and happiness, which is not possible. Hence, we enter into fear, sadness, duality, and a conflict. Why we have a sadness? Because peace is not there. Happiness is not there. The calmness is always within me. May remain conscious, no sleeping, please. And now, instead of a likes and dislikes, we simply experience sensation and stillness. So say in your mind, move on the head and the neck. You said this, you are there, you feel. You say mind, do you experience sensation and stillness in the head and the neck? And then experience the sensation and the stillness. Move the mind on the right arm, from the shoulder to the fingertips. Then you say in your mind, let me experience sensation and stillness. That sensation may be tingling, maybe numbness, maybe freezing, maybe heat and cold, lightness or heaviness, any sensation. You are saying in your mind, move the mind on the left mind. You move on the left arm. Okay? Experience sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the middle portion of the body, the chest, belly. You are saying your own mind. You are commanding your own mind. Move the mind, you move on the chest, belly, spine, and experience sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. Be there. Feel sensation and the stillness. You do not have any preference, so there is no likes and dislikes. Because if there are likes and dislikes, it will cause attachment in the mind. Attachment leads to the wrong thinking, and the wrong thinking will keep the mind racing. And when it keeps the mind racing, we have a fear, anger, hesitation, being sad and upset. So you say to your mind, you move on the left leg, be there, feel. you're saying to the mind, now you feel sensation and stillness. Mind, move on the entire body without any likes and dislikes. Move the mind, you move on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Check. Feel. What you feel? Sensation and stillness. So don't start thinking of likes and dislikes. You may experience tingling, good, freezing, good, numbness, good, hot or the cold, good, heaviness or lightness, they all are good. You just check them, you experience. You see, we discussed mind moves outside, causes likes and dislikes. In case, but it may not cause likes and dislikes if we are thinking consciously. So we are moving the mind inside first body. Move the mind on the mind, you move on the body, experience sensation in stillness. Then look and feel the breath without any likes and dislikes. Then look inside the breath in the space or emptiness. We can only find the emptiness within, not outside. Now you see the emptiness or space. Then you say, I am peace mentally. Then again you see the space or emptiness. Again, when you see the emptiness, then you say, I am peace or Shantoham. Because your mind is not thinking in terms of likes and dislikes, because mind is not thinking in and with likes and dislikes. So what will happen? Your mind will change. That is the change we want. You see the space or emptiness, then you say Shantoham or I'm the peace. You experience it. Again, your mind goes to the space and emptiness. Again, you say, I'm the peace. So, space and emptiness, and then in that space and emptiness you drop on the peace. Now tell the mind, look at the body. Mind, look at the body, feel. Where do you feel? You may be feeling tingling or numbness. No likes and dislikes in the mind. Heavy or light, no likes and dislikes. Calm and relaxed, but there is no likes and dislikes. Because if the mind causes the likes and dislikes even at this moment, then mind will follow the same routine even during the day, and then we get problems. And then say to your mind, no fear, no sadness, anxiety, if likes and dislikes are absent in the mind. Resolve 3 times. I will think rightly. I will find the right desire, and then I will act on it. Free from likes and dislikes, attachment. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We will share.